Hi, geeks! It's Rachel Wright here in Ringgold, Georgia. When I'm not rope-dropping Country Bear Jamboree, begging my family to ride Tower of Terror with me, visiting my manatee friends at the Seas in Epcot, or eating my way through Animal Kingdom, I'm geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the rest of the Geekin' family.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Welcome home, Disney World geeks. This week on the show, we review 9 Nights at Pop Century with super geek Stephanie Watson on episode 242 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your Geekin' Family Podfather, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcasts, also featuring Mama, Auntie Judy, Soul Sister Holly, cousins Jen and EJ. Our Geekin' family will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. I'm so excited you're here with us listening to our show. And no, you're not a download to us. You're special, I know, because I've interviewed and talked with so many of you. Geeky Disney people are awesome, and we consider you family, part of our Geekin' family. So join us every Monday as we share travel tips, resort reviews, and lots of food talk through our live trip reports, interviews with our Geekin' family members about their trips, and special guest roundtables on fun Disney World topics from Geekin' family members all around the world. And we take pride in the awesome and positive community in our Geekin' family. So come join us to share in our love for Walt Disney World and each other, and I bet you'll learn something to try on your next vacation. If you're listening to podcasts to plan your Disney vacation, listen to the end of the show and I'll give you a free offer to get direct advice from our team of Disney travel experts. Hey geeks, this week on the show we have a trip report with Stephanie Watson. Let's review some of the highlights. It's 9 Nights at Pop Century in June of this year. It's a refurbished room. We're hearing great things about the refurbished rooms over at Pop. She goes into the minivan and lift transportation options. And isn't it so hard to choose restaurants with the favorites that you want to go back to? And then you also want to adventure out on some new ones. We talk a little bit about that. But of course, we talk about food, breakfasts for pre-park perks. And she did a lot of breakfast. The Garden Grill breakfast, which I think was her favorite. Hollywood and Vine breakfast. Wine Bar George, we'll hear about that. It's a new one down in Disney Springs. I love this term. I don't think I've ever heard this before. She's a cork dork. She's a wine expert and she's talking to someone who isn't. So I really appreciate her expertise. This is a really great tip. The Pixar PlayZone. It's a place where you can leave your kids. Later in the show, she gives a great description all about that. And they had some great balance of adult time and time without the kids and time with the kids. It's really well done by Stephanie. They go to Enzo's Hideaway. There's a Nutella pasta story. During this, I say that I've not chosen my restaurant for January, but now I actually have chosen. This was recorded, I think, this was only about a week ago. No, 2 weeks ago I recorded this. Anyways, I have chosen my restaurant. It's going to be the Edison for my January trip. Talk more about that in the future. Lounges, we talk a little bit about the Nomad Lounge and the Trader Sam's over at the Polynesian. Again, another breakfast, Bon Voyage breakfast, and some family dining over at the Boathouse down in Disney Springs. Talk a little bit about the quick service, including Santulli Canteen, Fairfax Fair, and Hollywood Studios. It's really good to hear that there is something good. I went over and checked out that menu. I remember last time in January. I didn't eat there. I think I already eaten, but I wanted to see what the menu was. It looks like there's some real variety there. And I think I wanted to try. I was telling Mama and Judy I want to try that this time when we go down in January. Stephanie and her husband break away from the family to try Tutto Gusto wine cellar, one of our favorites over at the Epcot Italian Pavilion. Another one on my must-do, I've heard about this recently from you geeks, the olive salad at the Tangerine Cafe. I was actually this morning trying to talk Mom and Judy to do Spice Road Table because you guys have been telling me about Spice Road Table. Mom's a little bit worried about spices. Let's try to talk her into Spice Road Table for me on our January trip. The first times that Stephanie experienced some rides, Everest and Flight of Passage. I think she never really got a chance with young family to do those, so that is awesome. They try a ticketed event. They had some good times. Extra Magic Hour at Magic Kingdom. Again, they really talk about the Pixar PlayZone where the kids, you can drop them off and she's going to go into great description of what they do over there. The kids don't want to leave. They had so much fun there. They want to go back. Some more fun family time with the Wilderness Explorers in Animal Kingdom. We get a couple of pixie dust moment stories. Love when you guys tell us stories. We got a couple good ones here, including a little Bugs Life show, but it was back at the resort. Not Animal Kingdom. Well, so they may have done it in Animal Kingdom, but they also had it back at the resort. A Fast Pass story, 2 dessert parties, and she talks about some things that were overrated and underrated choices. Another story of a surprise character palooza. Then we get into some tips, a discount tip for Lyft, PhotoPass and annual pass issue and tip, best tips for newbies, including a park and fly. When you go and drop your car off at a place where there's a hotel at the airport, and she did a really good bargain there and it worked out great for her. Now, are you ready to go to Disney World? Let's park and fly with Stephanie and her family. I tell you, I am always excited when someone emails me and has a trip report. And this one I've been waiting for a while to do. We've talked on Facebook Live a bunch of times. Like, we got to go and do your trip report, and let's bring her on right now. And she loves any place she can get a Dole Whip. She's the queen of the park opening advanced dining reservation, and she has spreadsheets checking spreadsheets for her touring plan. So please give a warm Geekin' family welcome to Stephanie Watson. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, geeks.
How are you doing? We had a little technical glitch getting started, but don't let that get you down, Stephanie. We're going to have a great time talking all about Disney World.
I am ready.
So,
love Disney.
I know you do. Did you go on a trip to Disney World?
We did. We just got back not too long ago in early June.
Yeah, you having some withdrawals?
Every day. And my kids are begging me every night, can we just go back to Disney now, please?
Oh, your kids had a good time when they went then, I guess, right?
They did.
Well, tell me, how old are your kids? Because we'll see who went on this trip, first of all.
Yep. I have 2 boys. My oldest is 7, and my youngest is 4.5.
Perfect.
But this was kind of his 5th birthday trip because his birthday is in November, and we can't really go during the school year.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah,
we did a lot of birthday celebrations for him, even though it's a little early. And then it was myself and my husband, and then we were there for 10 days. And the first half, or a little less than a half, was with my in-laws.
Yep.
And then they left, and my parents and my sister came. So,
nice.
Yep, it was a great trip.
What's everybody's history with Disney World then, with all the gang that was there? We got to get into that too. It's kind of interesting that you had so many different people coming and going.
Yeah, and actually, we're not. I don't have the Disney history that I think a lot of the other folks in the group have,
okay.
Which is good, but
yeah.
It's okay. We didn't grow up having a lot of family nearby, so we did a lot of trips to visit family. Those were our vacations.
Okay.
So we never went to Disney growing up. But my first trip was actually when I was, I want to say 16 or 17 years old, and I went for a dance competition.
Okay, yeah.
And went down there, and I remember it was Rainforest Cafe was opening at downtown Disney.
Okay.
And Pleasure Island was still there.
Yeah, that's right.
So it was a while ago. So I went that one time, and then in college I went with a friend just for a quick, like, long Memorial Day weekend, and we stayed at Pop Century right when Animal Kingdom was opening.
Okay, yeah.
And then other than that, we went 2 years ago for my 7-year-old's 5th birthday, and that's really it.
Oh, that's fine. It's like, this makes it a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff that you did that you never did before, right?
Yeah, and
it's a big trip.
I did sign up. Yeah, and I did have some opportunities to go to Disneyland when I was out in California for work for a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Back in like early 2000s. So, but it's changed so much since I was there.
Yeah.
But I did sign up to be an annual pass holder. I'm probably going to be traveling down to Florida a little bit more.
Okay.
And just I signed up, but not my family.
Exciting.
I'm hoping to go at least a couple more times this year.
Awesome. I hope you get to meet up with some geeks if you're down there alone.
That's the plan. In January.
That is the advantage of our large group, and we've always got someone down there. So definitely message some people, especially the ladies that they're planning this August trip coming up, and there's something going on in December. So definitely hook up with some of our guys. You'll have fun. All right. So how many nights did you go, and where did you stay?
We were there for 9 nights, and we stayed at Pop Century.
Nice. And this was in June. Where are we? We're in July already. So this wasn't that long ago. This is mid-June. So you're just kind of back. Yeah, we were there the 7th through the 16th. So Thursday to the following Saturday. Should be really fresh in your memory then, I hope. And you did, I said before we started hitting the record, we usually, we go like in an hour and a half. I think that does justice to our trip reports. But you got like 6 pages, I think, of notes. And so we're going to do our best, right, Stephanie, to keep our time limit. But we want to get all the good stuff out of this trip. It looks like a lot of fun. I was reading through it a little bit here. Pop Century is where you stayed. And we're here. This is one of those value resorts that I really like, and I think a lot of our geeking friends like. What'd you think of Pop Century? It wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite. Yeah. Okay. But it is still Disney, so it wasn't awful. There wasn't anything really bad about it. But I previously, when we went, we stayed at French Quarter. I loved the small feeling of that resort. Yeah. And we basically. We were going to go over spring break, and we ended up having to move the trip to June with some promotions and things that came up. It just worked out to switch from going back to French Quarter to stay at Pop Century. And Pop Century is just bigger than I remember. And but the rooms, we were in a refurbished room, and I loved the refurbished room. That was great. We did make use of the Murphy bed, and we did put it up and down like every day, and loved the space that we had with that. And like others on the previous podcast or the Facebook group said, the storage in the bathrooms and kind of near the fridge area is really great. It really is everything you need. You don't really need much more than that. So the way they've done that with all the charging stations and everything in the room, it's nice. I thought it was great. That part was wonderful. We did try and use the touring plans trip. The room request fax. Yeah. And that didn't work for us. I mean, we had an issue with our reservation, and I think that was kind of set the tone for how our experience was with the front desk. So, our reservations, for some reason, they had like my in-laws we had requested connecting rooms. Yeah. And we had requesting building, 9 or 10, the kind of close to the bus stop and whatnot. Right. And for some reason, they had moved my in-laws to a preferred room, and we were still in a standard room, and so they were splitting us up, and then said that there was no way to accommodate connecting rooms and whatnot. So you guys were far. You were far apart from each other. Yeah, and so they ended up moving us, but then they moved us out to the 90 section, so we were in building 8. Which is like the farthest out. Okay. So all the walks to the bus were kind of long, but the food court was fine for the lunch. We had a couple lunches there. We're at the parks pretty much all day with no breaks. So it was more about the value of the room. But we did use the pools. The kids did like the pools. Yeah. The only 2 things about the pools, my 4.5-year-old actually couldn't touch
pretty much almost anywhere in the pools,
yeah.
which I thought was weird because he's on the taller side. And for a value resort with little kids, I thought there would be more like splash pad. Like French Quarter has an awesome splash pad.
Yeah.
So I had kind of assumed that was at all the values, but it turns out the one I was thinking of was at Art of Animation, not our hotel.
Oh, okay.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Just some bad research on my part. It happens. So we made do, but we did use the 80s pool because that was right beside our room.
Oh, nice.
And the Hippy Dippy pool, the flower one, and by the main hall. And both of those were great. And they had really cute activities for the kids and little dance parties and that kind of stuff.
So you did spend some time back at the resort, at least for the pool.
Yeah, we had 2 days where I think it just got a little too hot, and we kind of called it for the plans that we had and said, you know what, let's give everyone a break and go back and do some swimming.
Good idea, because most of the time you're going full stink then throughout hitting it as much as you can in the parks?
Oh, yeah. That's kind of our style.
Yeah. You like to rope drop, like your intro said then, right?
Yeah. We're usually leaving the hotel at 6:30, 6:45 every morning.
You can get
line for the buses.
You don't have any problem getting those little guys out? Are they excited to go?
They are, towards the end, they get a little bit more tired. As soon as you say, hey, we're going to go have breakfast with Mickey or go see Jake, Sophia at Hollywood Studios or wherever, right? They kind of just snap right up and get on their way. So.
Excellent. That is a good thing. And I see they have Dole Whip at this resort.
They did. They added that, I think, in like March.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know that I've heard that. So that's good for you, right?
Yeah, it's in the food court, so you can go in there and get the Dole Whip, and I think they have the vanilla swirl with the Dole Whip. You can do the mix if you want.
Oh, nice. I'm
a purist. I stick straight with the Dole Whip.
I thought you were going to say it's in the food pyramid.
that too.
Bread
and the bottom.
Yeah.
Eat the most. Yeah.
Not very good. So the food court was okay. Did you eat at the food court quite a bit?
We just had lunch there, honestly, on our arrival day. My husband, while I was kind of dealing with the front desk, they all went and had lunch at the food court. And they said the sandwiches there, I think my husband got a fish sandwich or maybe fried fish or something. He said it was really, really good. And everybody did fine. And then on our last day, because our Magical Express picked us up at 3 o'clock, so we went back and had lunch there.
All right.
But my in-laws did have breakfast there. I think they didn't really care for it so much, but it's just a food court, right? So it's kind of a get in, get out.
Yeah, we had a pretty good experience. Where were we last time? We were at a Value, and I was thinking we were at the Music, I think. We actually did pretty good. So yeah, everyone has different tastes. That is for sure. And you were talking about Magical Express. How was the transportation from everywhere to the parks from Pop?
We did use the Magical Express to and from the airport, no issues. I think our bus just stopped at Pop and Art of Animation. We didn't have to wait too long at the airport, maybe 15 minutes. Even.
Nice, good.
So yeah, that worked out really well. No issues there, and we did have them take our bags to the room, so we didn't have to mess with that. That we only had our carry-ons, which helped.
Yeah.
For the most part, going back and forth to the parks, we used just the regular buses. And I loved, one of the reasons why we chose Pop was similar to French Quarter. It only has the one bus stop.
Yes.
And that was important for us.
It is.
So
yeah,
we like that. And they have the screens everywhere updating you. And Pop has a really nice queue for the lines. I mean, it's just like you're at the parks, really.
Yeah, right.
So there's not this kind of everyone sitting on benches, mad rush. Will you make it on or not?
Yeah.
Kind of feeling. So I like that, especially because Animal Kingdom had early magic hours all through June.
Yeah.
So they were opening at 7 o'clock every day. So when we'd go there, the entire queue plus some would be full for Animal Kingdom for people trying to rope drop, I think, with Flight of Passage and everything.
The bus times were good?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We did use the minivans. And this was our first trip using minivans, and I thought the minivans were awesome.
Yeah.
We needed it because of the car seat.
Okay.
And so we used minivans twice. Once when we were going over to the boardwalk for breakfast, because it's really not a good way to get resort to resort without, to get back to the boardwalk.
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
Yep. So we did that, and then we had an earlier breakfast at Ohana one day. So rather than do bus and monorail, we also did the minivan for that, and that was great. They picked up pretty fast, and what's really nice is that Lyft has pickups all around the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Like at different places. So we didn't actually have to walk up to the front of the hotel. We picked the Lyft up right by our building.
Oh, that's a good tip. Yeah, because they don't necessarily have to do that. That's good that they're that well. They're Disney employees, so I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and then we had a couple times where we didn't have the kids with us, where my husband and I, and then my sister and I both used just a regular Lyft, like the regular app.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's a little more affordable. And we had great experiences with both drivers for that as well.
Oh, good.
That was, again, coming back from the Poly back to our hotel, and then going from Contemporary to Disney Springs.
Excellent. All right. So, well, I'm not surprised. You know, the Port Orleans is supposed to be a moderate and Pop is not. So it's, and everyone loves Port Orleans that comes on this show. That is for sure.
It's just classic, you know, the theming and the feeling. It feels like you're in, you know, New Orleans. It just is. And like I said, Pop is great for a hotel. The theming's cute and all of the figures are cute and the kids really did like it.
Kids didn't matter. Yeah, I always say that, you know, when you got little kids and you want to save, especially when they're young, there's nothing wrong with it. The kids aren't going to know the difference. No,
and that's kind of where we went with the promotion that we found. It just all worked out and we were able to stay a little longer. So why not? And
the refurbish on the room, I heard it's like a contemporary kind of feel. Is that what you experienced?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. I think if I remember right, when we stayed there last time, it was kind of really colorful, like bedding and the carpet and whatnot. And now it's got I liked the kind of fake vinyl wood floors.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was nice. And then the linens are all just like plain hotel white. Yeah. So it was pretty, it was very like a kind of, modern, crisp a little bit. Nice. But I didn't find it off-putting. I still felt like Disney. You could definitely still feel the Disney.
Oh, good. Good description. So. Excellent description. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into our favorite part, Stephanie. You know what that is. It's part of my vacation, so I'm looking for anything you did that I never did before, and it does happen, especially when new stuff opened. I'm seeing one right in the middle of your your report here that I'm going to zone in. But tell us some of your favorites that stood out for restaurants and meals that you did.
Actually, I was listening to this morning's podcast, and I think I have the same thing with Wendy, balancing out new and old, right? We had our favorites from last trip, but then there were so many new things to try, and I think that was, honestly, for planning, that was the hardest part of what to give up so you could try something new.
Such a great point. Mama was telling me that our friend Judy and Ken, we're going to be staying... Are we going to stay still? I think we're still. Are we one night at Beach Club or something? They're like, let's go back to Cape May Cafe. And we just did that last time. And, I don't want to get caught in that trap where I'm going back. Of course, you love certain things, but I am one that likes to adventure out a little bit too. So it's a real hard call, isn't it?
It is.
So even though you've only been one other time, you could miss some good ones, especially if you've only been one other time. So.
Yeah, so one of the character breakfasts that I know a lot of people rave about, we did for the first time was Garden Grill. We did the Garden Grill breakfast.
Yeah, tell me about that.
That was really great. The food was great. We had it right at 8 a.m. We were like the second people seated.
So you got in early.
It was great. I mean, we weren't there when it was really crowded. I mean, by the time we got out of there in time to get down to Soarin' by like 8:40.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So our server was really, she's like, it was funny. She's like, are you going for Soarin' or Test Track or Frozen?
She knows.
I'll get your bill.
She knows the touring plan.
Yeah, exactly. So she was like trying to tell trying to gauge of how quickly we wanted to get out of there. So it was kind of funny. Yeah. We were going for Soarin', so we didn't have a long walk.
That's nice.
But the food was great. The cinnamon roll, cast iron skillet goodness was amazing.
Was it
pictures I've seen on the group? It looked fabulous, and it was.
Was there a middle one? Did you get the middle one?
I did steal the middle one before anyone else on the table had a chance to even look at it.
That's because you listen to the podcast. Now, because Glenn Kessler was telling me, well, he was just him and his son. I think they had a mini skillet, and he didn't have a middle. He was telling me, so I'm so glad to hear that you have the middle.
Glenn gave me the tip to look for the middle. So, yep.
And she dove right into it. See, there are perks to listening to this podcast.
The mimosas there are actually very good, too.
Oh.
On the dining plan who want to take advantage.
Oh, yeah. I never would have guessed that. But I always give Mom a hard time. She loves the Garden Grill, and their meal. I've never had breakfast there, but you guys all my geeking friends have been telling me how great it is. So I have no doubt it is great character interaction too, isn't there?
Yeah, the characters were great, and they actually came around twice, even though we were out of there by like 8:40.
Yeah,
we saw the characters twice, and we had other character meals where we were pushing an hour and 10 minutes and still hadn't seen everyone. So they were very efficient. Chip and Dale, their little rascals, they came around, and the kids just thought it was a hoot. They were playing little tricks on everybody, and just loved it. So.
Yes, they are pranksters. And, and the first one on your list here, tell me about the one that kind of surprised you.
The Hollywood and Vine breakfast.
Yeah,
that one we had done last time, and we thought it was great. It was we wanted to get in for Jedi training. That was the way to do it. Pre-park, sign up,
Yep.
I'm like, okay. So we did it, and the food was okay.
Yep.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was kind of a standard breakfast buffet fare. Nothing really special, but good, good enough.
Yeah, good.
For this trip though, we went back. The food this time, they had more more of like a frittata with like sauce. I think it was like chorizo and cheese and whatnot, and just a little more variety, and everything just tasted fresher. We did the 8 o'clock again just for Jedi training sign up.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. Even my husband was like, "Didn't we come here last time?" And I said, "Yep." And he said, "Oh, it's better." So
I think well, I don't know.
Nice surprise.
It's funny how things can be a different experience from trip to trip, and I think, like you said, you wrote down here. We've heard some bad reviews. I don't know if I've heard bad. Were you reading bad reviews? I don't know that I've ever had one on the podcast that I can point my finger on.
I think more on like some of the message boards and things. People say, "Oh,
I've heard that,"
and maybe they're doing dinner or lunch, which I know is a different menu, but.
I've heard this too, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've been there, but it's a buffet. I think the buffets are all great, and you might find something you don't like, but I don't know. That's good to know. So don't fear Hollywood and Vine, guys.
No, and we did it with the Fantasmic package because we were on the dining plan, and that's still only 1 credit, right? So, and it's basically like a free fast pass for Fantasmic. So if you're on the dining plan, it's a good value. And top of that, we were able to see Roadster Racer Goofy. So Mickey and the Roadster Racers swapped out for Handy Manny. So for those with the Disney Junior age kids, the boys loved that. So.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So good character meal. All right. I like the third one on your list here. Tell us all about this. Is a brand new place, right?
Yeah, we went to Wine Bar George. I was so excited when it finally opened. I was like, because we knew when we were going to go during spring break that it most likely wasn't going to be open.
Yeah,
and then when we moved to June, I was like, yes, I can do Wine Bar George.
Are you a wine connoisseur?
Yeah. Yes.
So good.
Before being a Disney geek, I'm also known as a cork dork. So, very, very into wine and do a lot of wine tasting.
Good. Maybe you can teach me one of these days. I don't know. I'm kind of a hopeless case. I just drink it. I don't know what's about.
There's nights where that's perfectly fine.
I'm kind of a box wine guy, but that's all right. I'm excited. This looks like it's got great ambiance.
It does. The only thing, and I put a note in my review on it, was the only issue we had was if you're sitting on the outer wall downstairs, the vents, the air vents are aimed like from the ceiling down and towards the wall. So the cold air comes right down the wall.
Yeah.
And if we went there with just my mom, my dad, my sister, and I.
What'd you do with the kids? Where were the kids?
The kids were at the PlayZone, the Pixar PlayZone.
Oh, okay.
So that's the new kids club thing at the Contemporary.
Oh, okay.
Which was amazing.
So you had babysitters for the night.
We did. I guess the waiters there at Wine Bar George were very accommodating. we didn't need too much help with the wine menu because we kind of knew what we liked. So for us, we did hear them talking with several other tables and making lots of recommendations and being extremely helpful. We went there for apps because we had a dinner reservation at Enzo's Hideaway.
Yep.
So we went to Wine Bar George first and just got a cheese board.
Yeah.
So we didn't just to sit and relax and have some grown up time.
I love that. That. You know me. I love my cheese boards. Well, what kind of wine do you like? What's your wine that you go for at a place like that?
Oh, I think I actually did because you can order wine there by the ounce, 3 ounces, 6 ounces, like you can mix and match.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing a couple different white, like 3 different 3-ounce pours.
Okay.
Like a little mini make your own wine plate.
Yeah.
And then I also had a red from, I believe it was an Italian red. But they have a lot of New World wines there. So a lot of, if I remember correctly, they have a lot of more like Chilean wines.
Okay.
Some Spanish, Portugal, Australian. They have obviously some from California. Not too much like old world, like old traditional French Italian. I mean, I know.
Okay.
So it's not, they had a lot of really great light, fresh summer. It's hot. I just want to go have a nice light glass of wine. Tons of choices there for people. And
nice.
They do have one bigger table in the back. That's kind of like a high top for like 10 people. They had a big group back there. We were there. The first month was like a soft opening, they said. So they weren't taking reservations for any of the groups larger than 4. But I think by now they should be.
Oh, okay. I didn't think of it being a place to take reservations. That's interesting. They have dinner there? Can you buy, or is it just?
They do. It's like small plates, so you can, and then they have a couple bigger platters, like a whole roast chicken.
Oh, okay.
To share, but it's all like kind of a tapas style where you would be getting things to share, not necessarily individual entrees.
I think I heard it's expensive.
It's a little. I mean, I thought it was a little high priced, but it's new and it's got a prime location. It's right across from like where the boathouse and Jock Lindsay's are.
Oh, jeez.
So it's right in the center of the landing. It's prime real estate.
That is a great. Yeah, you said it. It's a great area. That's my type of. That's my place right there. That is good. Yeah. So it was a little chilly in there too, huh?
Yeah, it was a little cold for us, especially because we were in, t-shirts from it being, 100 degrees outside. But so if you're going to go, I would recommend taking a light sweater if you're the kind to be cold in a restaurant.
As a cork dork, how many corks does this one get? Is it good?
I'd probably give it a good. I'd say probably like a 3.5 out of 5.
All right.
But I think they were still trying to feel out. Some of the figuring out how they were going to accept the dining plan. We didn't use the dining plan there.
Yeah, right.
But it was some complicated formula of this many small plates from this side of the menu is one quick serve. Or one table service credit. And
well, the great thing about the Disney Springs right now is there's so many places to try, right? You can just pop in for a drink, get the flavor for the place, and if it's not...
Yeah, it definitely would be a good place to start your evening, for sure.
Perfect.
And they're on Open Table. So if you can't find a reservation on the Disney app, you can make a reservation there through Open Table, like some of the other restaurants there.
Perfect. All right, let's go to dinner then.
Yep.
Where was dinner that night?
That night was at Enzo's Hideaway.
Yeah.
Which is down below Maria and Enzo's and under the Edison.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I was there.
That was good. That was good. I ordered a very interesting entree that I wouldn't necessarily recommend, but everyone else's was fabulous.
Was it moving or something? What was interesting about it?
No. So the biggest reason why I wanted to go there is because they have pasta carbonara, which is one of my favorite Italian foods that I fell in love with in some of my trips over to Italy.
Okay.
And when it's good and done right, it's really good.
Yeah, okay.
But we got there and we got the menu and it was off the menu. And I was like, this is the whole reason I came here. And,
bummer.
And, but no, then he came over and he said, we do have a special tonight. It's the carbonara. And I'm like, oh, all right. And he said, now carbonara is generally like more of like an egg and Parmesan cheese, like a raw egg.
Oh.
Kind of whipped up. And then they put that on the pasta. So it makes, while it's still hot, so it cooks the egg, but you don't, it's not like a real heavy sauce. It's kind of like a sticky, cheesy, but not creamy like an Alfredo.
Okay.
Well, in this case, they said instead of putting like peas or something like that in there, they put hazelnuts and corn. And I was kind of like, okay, sure, I'll try it. Well, it ended up tasting kind of like Nutella pasta. So I wouldn't necessarily go for that. Maybe just say hold the hazelnuts. The corn was fine. The bacon, everything else in there was fine, but the hazelnuts made it kind of taste like I was eating Nutella pasta.
Oh, I don't know if you. My wife is going to be laughing at this because I'm allergic to hazelnuts. Oh, of course, I wouldn't have ordered it. She would have been laughing like hysterically if they said that because I don't touch Nutella or hazelnuts.
Yeah, it's definitely not a traditional way to make that dish, and I probably should have paid a little more attention, but that's okay. But the wine, I got the caprese, which they had the tomatoes with the burrata cheese. That was fantastic for a starter. The wine was great. My sister got the salmon, and that was amazing, she said.
Oh, good.
So they have a lot of really good options there, and it's nice kind of being downstairs.
The Hideaway. Yeah, it's like the speakeasy place, yeah. Yeah, I really like Italian. So I think there's another Italian place that just opened up in Disney Springs. When I pick my January, I still got to pick my January restaurant when we go. I can't choose. Yeah, Terralina, is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I want to go there too.
That one's on my list. I think so. I really just want to go down to Disney Springs. To be honest with you, as long as I eat, I want to do something new so I can talk about it on this podcast, to be honest with you. And then I want to do Star Wars Void too, so I want to kind of combine it with that stuff. But nice.
I think if I go back and have like a grown up day there, I think that's definitely exactly what I would do as well. I just kind of eat your way. They talk about eat your way around the world at Epcot. I'm like, no, let's go to Disney Springs, eat your way.
I hadn't put that two together because I've always said World Showcase is like my favorite part of Disney World, and now. You're right. Disney Springs can be that kind of place. I mean, I don't like the big crowds. I know I've been down there when it's like shoulder to shoulder. That kind of gets under my nerves. But I think when I go, I like to go like early afternoon or late afternoon, whatever, and beat the crowds. So
it's a little harder with the kids, I think. So that's why we went there with.
I like it. I like your plan. That was a good idea.
We tried to do that on the kind of grown-up night. Because, it's not that there's nothing to do. It's just, it's a little more, for as young as my kids are, it's not very entertaining like the parks are.
Yeah, I totally get that. And that's the big fun of Disney Springs for the adults. So tell me about some lounges, too, that you thought were standouts on this trip.
Well, we went to a couple really good lounges that were new for us.
Right.
So Nomad Lounge did not exist when we went in 2016. Tiffin's and had opened up after we went.
Yeah.
So my husband, my sister, and I did a little stop in at Nomad Lounge, and we ended up sitting inside.
Yeah.
Because the outside was full, but we just beat a rainstorm, so everybody flooded in after us.
Oh, okay.
Perfect timing.
Excellent.
But the drinks there were nice. We didn't do any food there. We just did drinks.
Okay.
I think we got a cheese board there as well.
Okay.
All about the cheese.
Yeah.
But my sister got the Lotus drink that has the glowing, the battery powered like Lotus flower that I forget what that one was called.
Yeah.
And then I did a wine flight, and I think my husband got some South African beer. I think.
Yeah.
Kenyan beer.
What'd you think of the atmosphere at the Nomad Lounge?
It was nice. There were actually a lot of kids in there while we were in there. I was surprised at how many. I kind of went in there thinking like, oh, this would be we don't have my parents took the kids, and my sister and husband and I got to have like a little kind of younger grown up time.
Yeah.
Doing some of the bigger roller coasters, and we didn't expect there to be so many kids. It wasn't bothersome, but it wasn't what I was thinking going into like more of a lounge, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's actually kind of family friendly. But I liked the decorations on the ceiling, the banners, and the menu being kind of like a traveler's log. And
exactly.
It was nice. It was very peaceful. I agree with you guys. You kind of feel like you're almost not in a park when you're there. It's just a different ambiance. And
off the beaten path.
Yeah, much quieter and kind of more laid back, which was nice.
Perfect.
Then we also went to, so on the one night when my husband and I had a date night, we ended up over, I said, hey, let's just go over to the Poly and check out this Trader Sam's place everyone keeps talking about. And we knew it was like 8:00. So I knew in my mind that there might be a line when we got there. We walked right in. There was 2 tables open. We took one.
Perfect.
No issue. Yeah, just walked right in. It was a Wednesday night. That was great. And we got a couple tiki rum drinks. And,
was there a show for that?
There was, but I had ordered the one-eyed zombie, I think, or shrunken-headed zombie.
Yeah. As
well. So they did that one for us. Yeah. But another lady at the bar got to play the ukulele and shake the maracas.
Well, I guess I'm not that surprised. Trader Sam's been open for a while. It had a big, thing going on when it first opened, but it's not easy to find. It's kind of like, right? It's a little hidden. Mm-hmm. And then it's pretty expensive too. So, I mean, it's going to keep people out of there.
Yeah, my coworkers love that place, and for when we go down to conventions and stuff down there, and they were all like telling me which drinks, and they all have their decorative glasses on their desk.
Oh, you got geeks at work too
Yeah, we do. We have a bunch
trade
of
stories. Excellent.
Yeah. But the next day, when we were about to drop the kids off at the Pixar PlayZone, I knew that they had Hawaiian music outside at the Tiki Terrace.
Yeah.
And you can get the drinks from Trader Sam's out there.
Yeah.
So we got the kids some Dole Whip from the Pineapple Lanai, and we got drinks and the dumplings from Trader Sam's.
Nice.
And sat out there and listened to some Hawaiian music for an hour or so before we took the monorail over to the Contemporary, and that was really fun.
That looks
nice.
Yes,
relax out there.
I love that because I went out there walking and I saw is it one guy with a guitar kind of thing? Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's fantastic. It's very relaxing if you get a nice night that's no rain or that kind of stuff. But great atmosphere.
Yeah,
Polynesian.
He starts at 4:00. So it's just him, a microphone, and his ukulele. Yeah, he starts around 4:00-ish, and I don't know how late they stay because we went over, dropped the kids, and then we were there till about 5:45-ish. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly how late they stay, but it's definitely a nice pre-dinner if you're...
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good. Yeah.
Let's keep talking food. You actually did a lot of restaurants here. I can tell you were on the meal plan, I guess. But give me another standout. I'm counting like 8 more restaurants here, but yeah.
I know. I listed everything. I figured I could post in the group, where I went, and in case people had questions, I could offer feedback. But we did the Bon Voyage breakfast for the first time.
All right.
That was when we took the minivan over to the boardwalk.
Right. Yep.
So we did that, and that was great. I thought the characters were fun. We found out my youngest is in love with Ariel. He couldn't take his eyes off her. It was really adorable.
That's cute.
And they do the little parades and stuff, like similar to what they do at Akershus and like Ohana and stuff, where they do the kids go and do the parade with the princess.
Oh yeah.
Princes and
right.
And the food, the pastries were great, and the food, I thought it was really well done. I had no complaints about that, and it was good service, really efficient, not rushed, but nice.
I think if you like Italian, you might want to try that at night one night too.
Yeah, we were going to do that, and then we ended up doing the Maria and Enzo's instead, so I was kind of like, all right, El Forno's going to have to go on the next trip. But we did get over to Satuli Canteen as well. That was one of my husband's favorite meals. He loved that. Everybody loved that.
Nice.
And I went over to Pangu Pangu and got what is it? It's like a pineapple cheesecake kind of wrap, like a little dessert snack.
Yeah. It's good.
And that was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I like the drink. I forget the name of the drink there, but there's a slushy.
Yeah, the night blossom.
Yeah.
I think it's the purple and green.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that too.
It's got the bobo balls in it.
Yep, the kids loved those. They thought that was hilarious.
That's one of my favorite.
Have them burst in your mouth.
Oh, yeah, it's one of my favorite drinks now also. Well, let me see. Let me talk about the table service ones. What was your favorite? So you did Brown Derby, you did Crystal Palace, Mario Enzo's, the Plaza, Akershus, Ohana for breakfast. You did a lot of breakfasts. And Tusker House. Any of those? You did a bunch of buffets. Which one you think is your favorite of all those?
I think for breakfast, I think Garden Grill was our favorite.
Yeah.
Tusker House was the one that was like, we went there at 8:00, and by 9:15 we still hadn't seen Donald, and we were like, you know what, we're just gonna go.
Oh, you did that was a breakfast house at Tusker House?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did that. So that one was a little slower, and the food was really good.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't as efficient, I think, as some of the other ones.
Okay.
I still have the Garden Grill for breakfast. I think it definitely was my favorite with Ohana, kind of a close second.
Oh.
That Ohana breakfast is fabulous.
Good. That's thank you for saying that. I've never done it for breakfast, but it is my favorite for dinner. So I'm glad to hear it's scoring for breakfast too.
Yeah, we haven't done it for dinner, and that was kind of on the list, but
there
we
you
couldn't
go.
get in there. So
all right. Well, you got that from
next trip.
That's going to be the one you're going to be on the phone first thing to get that one. Then I want you to do that one for me. All right.
Yep. And I think for dinners, the Maria and Enzo's was pretty good. I don't know. I think we ended up doing most of our dinners as quick service just because of the heat. We tried to do like Crystal Palace at lunch.
Okay. Yeah.
And we did Hollywood Brown Derby for dinner, and it was good. Oh, I forgot. You know what? We also went to the boathouse.
Oh,
put that one on there. We did go to the boathouse, and that was really, really good too.
Okay.
It's expensive, but
yeah.
I
think they've got a lot of choices there too. I think you probably get away with something not too expensive. They got burgers and stuff.
Yeah. So my husband ended up having to leave the trip a little early, so I knew we were going to have some extra dining credit. So instead of paying out of pocket, we ended up using, for at least my husband and I, we used our 2 credits each for that one. But for the kids, definitely if you take your kids there, pay out of pocket, because the kids' meals are like $10 and they want 2 credits. So that's a bad deal.
Yeah.
But the food was good, and it was just really busy and noisy. So it was kind of like a regular restaurant. The steak was fabulous. So that was a really, really good steak.
Well, I love that atmosphere, like kind of the near the lake. You're right. It's probably, it's a big place and there's people rushing in and out. But I kind of like those kind of places there next to the water. I guess that ocean, I love that feel. Yeah.
I think if I could go back, like, and maybe in the spring or fall and it was a little cooler, I would like to sit outside there. Like, because we were right inside, like right behind where that big boat is, right when you come in. So it was like high traffic of people sitting down, being seated.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a little better for us if we had been able to sit outside, but it was so hot.
Well, now all of the quick service you did, what's some of your favorites for quick service? Satuli Canteen, we know. That doesn't surprise me. Everybody's loving it, except for my wife. She doesn't get it yet.
Yeah, I didn't eat there because none of it looked good to me either. But I'll stick with her on that one. But
all right.
Everyone who did eat there loved it.
Okay.
So. And also, I don't do fish, but we did stop by the Yorkshire Fish Company in the UK.
Yeah.
And everybody said that was amazing as well.
That kind of cracks me up how the fish and chips there gets rave reviews. I mean, it's just fish and chips, right? Yeah. But it's funny how people rave about that.
Yeah, but when they had lunch there, I went over to France and I just got a sandwich from the boulangerie there, and I thought that was really, really good. We tried Fairfax Fare at Hollywood Studios.
Oh yeah,
I got the empanadas there, and I thought those were really good.
Oh, good.
Because Hollywood Studios quick service is a bit iffy.
I've said that, but and I looked Fairfax Fair. That's the one over near Tower of Terror on that street there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they look like they got a really nice menu. So, what did you get there?
I got the empanadas.
Yeah. Okay.
That came with like a rice.
Yeah.
I think, and beans or something. But I thought they were served quick and fast, and
because they tasted
good. And
I think they had some more, like you said, more different kinds of menu items than burgers and fries, like some of the other. It makes me think about Hollywood Studios, So
we also, and I just realized I forgot this on the list too, but we also went to ABC Commissary.
Yeah,
I've heard mixed reviews on that too, and we went there. And we had no issue there at all. That was really good too.
Good.
One thing I would say, we tried to do mobile ordering a bunch of times. The app, I think the Wi-Fi while we were there was really spotty.
Okay.
We'd pull up mobile ordering and it would say, this restaurant isn't accepting mobile ordering right now. And you'd have to refresh a couple times and then come back, like click order food again and go back in, and then it would be... It would work. So we took advantage of mobile ordering a couple times. And I think for when it's busy or time of year, I would definitely recommend using it. There were like Flame Tree Barbecue using mobile orders saved us a ton of time.
Oh, I don't doubt. I've heard that. I think Wendy talked about that. She said they waited like 45 minutes and then her son came up. It's like snuck right in there. So It's like the fast pass system for the quick service.
It is. It's definitely worth hitting refresh. So let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Try and get it. If it doesn't come up the first time, try it again.
Oh, don't tell me about technology. I've had my fights with technology. I'm trying to do like with my Facebook Live, trying to get audio. It's Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's great when it works.
Yeah. Well, my other favorite is not a new one for this trip, but it's the BOG breakfast, the Be Our Guest breakfast.
Yes.
Now, I know that it is, expensive with that fixed price, $25. But again, we were on the dining plan. And to be able to position yourself back at the back of Fantasyland, ahead of the crowds, really makes a difference. And I think that still adds a lot of value to that breakfast. So that, and the atmosphere in the castle is just beautiful. And,
right.
So, and I would love to try the lunch, but honestly, I feel like I would want to sit in there and enjoy it, and I don't want to give up park time. So,
all right. Well, we're going to get into that.
Being honest.
Well, that's all right. I got to, you did great hitting, you said you are a cork. What did you call yourself? A cork nerd?
Cork dork.
Cork dork. I'm looking, you still hit some snacks and carts and lounges too that looked pretty interesting. Like Tudo Italian Wine Cellar. Did you spend some time in there?
We did. So when my husband and I started our date night, we were at the back of World Showcase with our family, and we split up, and so
got rid of them.
It was yeah. It was like,
see you later. Yeah.
Let's go drink. No, so we actually first went into Germany, and at the recommendation of many of the folks in your group, tried the grapefruit beer.
Oh yes,
that was definitely overrated.
I think I read that.
Well,
you know what?
Sweet. That's okay. It was sweet for us.
You're talking to the right person, because I'm not a big fan of the grapefruit beer. It's funny. Yeah. I always say I've never had a beer I didn't like, but I'm not a big fan of any beer with fruit in it anyeay. I'm not picking on grapefruit as a fruit. Like the orange ones and all, it's not my, everybody, but a lot of people, they find it very refreshing and they enjoy it.
Yeah,
but
so we went from Germany and we did that, and we walked over to Italy, and we had planned on doing dinner. Actually, we were going to do dinner at the wine cellar, but instead we ended up just doing cheese and wine. We got 2 flights that we mixed, one red, one white, and we kind of shared that, worked our way through that, and then we just didn't feel like sitting there when we got there, so it was kind of a nice drop-in, no reservation, do your own thing, and we decided, we went over to Cantina this Fennenhall and did a quick service, sat outside and, had some tacos, and that worked out really well. So,
yeah, I love that. Love that. I think your plan looks like to me, you guys eat breakfast and then you do wine and cheese at night.
Yeah. If I didn't have the kids who would get cranky if we didn't have lunch, that's probably how I would rule the world, with a couple of Dole Whips in the middle.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just seeing a pattern here. That's fun.
Yeah, that and Starbucks. That's our other go-to snack.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you like the coffee in the parks? What's the Joffrey's? I was just
my husband was fine with that. He's a regular coffee drinker, but my mom, my sister, and I are the
Starbucks snobs.
Latte, white chocolate, more milk and chocolate than actual coffee.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much a coffee. I'll go into Starbucks and just, where's the I don't even see the coffee on where's the menu? my friend Ken and I, we were in there, we're like, do you have coffee? Where is it?
Right next to the big cinnamon roll.
Well, yeah, I know, but they got all this other stuff, lattes and all this. I don't even know what all this stuff is. I just want a coffee.
Yeah, my husband's the same way. So.
Okay, I'm not the only one.
No, not at all. And we, most of our snacks. I didn't make it to. It wasn't a snack cart. I did go to the Tangerine Cafe, and I got the side of olives based on your guys' recommendation. And those are fantastic.
Oh, wow. You must have moved on that quick. Did you hear that on the way down that episode? That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was. I think I heard it maybe a week or two before the trip, and I was like, huh. And I was going to get some to meet. I was by myself, walking from one group to the other. And I walked by and I was like, they have the olives in there. I'm going to go try them. And they were actually really, really good.
Tell me more about the olives. I am a big fan. I like to build. You wouldn't know it to look at me, but I like to eat salads for lunch. But my salads would take down a smaller man. It's but I love olives. What was so great about that? Was it an olive salad like?
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like if you had a tapenade, but not as like pureed. Like it's more like just diced olives.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a mix of the green olives and black olives and Kalamata olives with some herbs and
oh yeah.
It was in like some oil and vinegar kind of mix, and they looked at me and they're like, "Just the olives?" I'm like, "Yep, just the olives."
Is it big?
It was crazy to order. It's
so I have to order two.
Yeah, if you want, it's kind of like like at a restaurant, the typical like side of coleslaw.
Yeah.
It's that size. So
I had to pause here for a minute because I'm putting this in my must-do list. So, I love that. I don't want to forget that one.
Yeah.
All right.
It's funny as you're walking around after listening to the podcast for a while, you'll just being there and walking around will trigger things like, oh, I meant to do that.
Yeah, no, I know. It's even hard. Like I keep a must-do list. Like I said, I do listen to you guys as you're telling me stuff, either here at the Facebook group or something, and I try to put on the list, but it is hard to follow that. It's people are pulling you different directions. You go, I want to do the olives. I mean, you got to make that decision quickly when you're going past there, or you got to be like, before you get to the park, you go, okay, we're getting the olives today.
Yep.
It's not easy.
Yep. And yeah, I've just tried to resign myself after planning 2 big trips of saying, you know what, I'm not going to be able to do it all.
Well, that's the thing.
Try and get as much as you can and know that you can always go back. All
right. So we are going to leave food. And that was awesome. You did a great job. So what did you do for the first time this trip?
There were a couple things that were obviously restaurants we talked about, but on the attractions. So when we went last time, Frozen Ever After was not open. Obviously Pandora was not there.
Yeah.
Either. So we did Frozen Ever After with the kids, and Navi River Journey with them.
Yeah.
And then my husband and I also did Flight of Passage and Expedition Everest for the first time. And all of those were big hits.
Good.
We ended up doing Frozen twice.
Kids liked it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they big Frozen fans? They're boys, so are they fans of the movie?
They liked it for a hot second, but they're not they know all the words, but they won't admit it. They are Moana junkies, so I think if Moana made an appearance, they'd be all over that.
All right.
But they thought Navi River Journey was one of the most beautiful things they've ever seen.
Oh,
they loved that.
Oh, cool. That's good. I like to hear that. The little guy's opinion and feedback for that. That's great.
And we did it with fast passes, so I mean, it's definitely. I mean, I think I agree with what most people have said, that they wouldn't wait 1-2 hours for it.
No, I mean it's a dark boat ride. I mean, what could it possibly, But
it's still well done. Expedition Everest, I'll be honest, that was the one that kind of knocked my socks a little bit. I always blamed it on the kids, like, I can't go on, I have kids.
Yeah.
And so finally my husband and I, we got a fast pass and we went. And actually my little guy turned out to be a roller coaster junkie, and he was actually cleared as tall enough to ride that. And I was like, no. I'm going to go on it first.
Okay.
At 4.5, he's tall enough to go on Expedition Everest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we went on that, and then all of the backwards in the dark and everything. I'm like, nope, he's not going on that just yet.
Did your older boy go?
No, no. He, the last trip for his 5th birthday, he was really starting to like roller coasters, and this time, we knew I had read, listened to other trip reports and talked to folks whose kids kind of regressed a little bit.
Okay.
And he did. We went on 7 Dwarfs Mine Train, and he was like, yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good with roller coasters. Don't really need that.
Huh?
Too fast.
Nope.
So I'm like,
no problem.
Okay. Yep. So we kind of rearranged some plans and made do, and Luckily we had enough adults there that we could split up and the kids could kind of each go their own way for and it all worked out.
Yeah, I like how you guys are trading off and doing things alone. So even though you got a big crew, it seems like you're getting some alone time also.
Yeah, that's and good. Then, my parents even had a night where they went off and did their thing without any of the kids, which was good too.
Nice.
That, as far as attractions, those were the big new ones. We also did the early morning magic. That was the ticketed early access to Fantasyland.
Yeah.
Where you can go on Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh, and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and then they usually have the carousel open too.
Yeah.
And I would say, made a good value out of that. We got a lot of rides in that time. The only thing I was surprised by when I was there is it tells you that the event is 7:45 and then the park opens at 9. So it's an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was empty. I mean, you literally were just
that's
on
fun.
Winnie the Pooh. I think some people weren't even having to get off. If there was no line, they just let you just keep going through if you wanted to. And the only thing I would say is that still is the 7:45 that they let everyone into the park. So everyone can go up to the hub now.
Right.
And then if you have the ADRs at, Be Our Guest or Cinderella's Royal Table or Early Morning Magic, you go over through Liberty Square. So they didn't let us in the front gate until 7:45. So having to deal with being with all the people with ADRs, you don't even get back to Fantasyland until like 8:05. So that was the only thing that I really didn't like about the kind of the way they did that. I felt like I wish they would have let us kind of back there, like Liberty Square or the hub, ahead of that. But even for having the extra hour, we still rode Peter Pan 4 times, the carousel 4 times, Winnie the Pooh 5 times, and then Seven Dwarfs Mine Train twice.
Wow, that's
cool.
It's a good
use of an hour.
Yeah, everyone liked doing things multiple times. That's good.
Yeah, so
that's fun.
Yeah. I thought that was, I mean, I know it's extra money. It really, for that day at the park, Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan, and Seven Dwarfs all have usually long queues if standby.
True. Yep.
Or use up a fast pass. So we were able to save our fast passes for other things, and I thought it was worth it.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's the big question everyone always asks. Was it worth it? Yeah. So.
Yeah, and the Pixar PlayZone also was new, and that just started in April, so that was really new. It's kind of near where Chef Mickey's is, near the security station for the monorail.
Yeah, okay.
In the Contemporary. And so what it is you can drop your kids off between 5 and 6, and you can pick them up as late as 10:30.
Yeah.
And I want to say it was like $65 per kid, including like tax and tip, like out the door.
Okay.
And they do a Lightning McQueen Piston Cup Challenge. They do a Woody and Jessie come as the characters. They come and they do like a Woody's Roundup thing. Oh. They do a Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger like training. And then they end the night with Mr. and Mrs. Incredible coming and doing a dance party.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I can tell you that, so they got autographs from Woody, Jessie, and Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. You can't take pictures in there or anything because of privacy for children. A whole bunch of us parents were all there at like 10:15, and we were all stood there waiting because none of the kids wanted to leave. They were all dancing with the they just wanted to stay and party all night. Mm. And they came out begging, "Can we go back tomorrow? Can we go back tomorrow? Can we go back tomorrow?" And they loved it. And it was, honestly, if you want a night out without your kids with you, which I think every parent who takes their kids to Disney deserves, it's a good compromise of worth it. And you're not trying to hire a babysitter for the room or anything like that. These is cast members that are there and they're playing with other kids.
I like it.
It was great.
Do you know if that's permanent or what
they said it was new, and because they're closing all the Lilo's Playhouses at all the other like the Yacht Club, and they closed all those other ones. This is the only one they have now. So they said they're keeping it for a while and they're going to see how it does. But that's all she could tell me. All
right, I'm going to tell EJ. She loves the Toy Story characters, and I'm sure her kids do too. So yeah, this is worth listening to this podcast. This is a good one. That's a good tip.
Hot tip. I don't know if this was allowed, but the cast member kind of nudged at us when we asked. We did have the stroller with us because we were out and about. and we had rented a double stroller. So we left our stroller across the way at Chef Mickey's and went out to Disney Springs for the night. So we didn't have to lug it around with us. And when we picked them up, it was right as Chef Mickey's was kind of winding down. So it all worked out. And I don't know if they would police that differently in the future, but that's it. It worked for us. So
you squatted on Chef Mickey's with a stroller.
Yeah.
That's good. Illegally parked.
Yes. We blended
double parking. Yeah. Excellent. All right. The good tips. And let's keep going to, we love to hear stories. Did you have any good stories to tell or interactions with people, cast members, pixie dust moments?
Yeah, we had a couple. The cast members at Animal Kingdom, my kids were really into the Wilderness Explorers. And once they got their book, it's from like Russell and whatnot from Up. It's a take on that, right? You pick up your book as you're crossing the bridge to Discovery Island. There's, I want to say probably 30 some badges. And it took us 2 days to do it. But the kids, the next day, they didn't want to go to Epcot. They're like, can we go back and get our badges? I'm like, we're going back at the end of the week,
they were on the quest to get the badges. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, they and the cast members. So when we did get all the badges, as we were leaving, there was a thing in the back for like how many badges you got. And so we stopped and asked the cast member there, and we said, is there anything like we turn in or anything, do they get like a prize or some, whatever, right? If they complete all the badges, because I think they got like an extra sticker or something, which they wanted. And he's like, you did? Oh, and he made this big to-do, and he flipped through their books to make sure they had everything, and he gave them extra ranger stickers. And then he asked if they wanted a loud ceremony or a quiet one. And of course, my boy said loud. So he took them into the middle of that aisleway, so it's everybody coming in and out of Animal Kingdom. Yeah. And he screams, he's like, can I get your attention? He's like, Brian and Christopher completed their wilderness badge. Can I get, and he had everyone stop and clap and cheer for them. And they just thought that was the coolest thing. And I don't know if they do that all the time or if it was this particular cast member, but he went out of his way to be super, fun with them. And I just thought that, like, the smiles on their faces for that was great,
this reminds me of, do you remember Glenn Kessler came on the show and he was just with his son and they were at Sunshine Seasons and one of the lady workers there went into... Yeah,
she asked for his autograph.
Reminds me so much. It's like almost, it's almost like they are training these cast members that are the people who are or they're encouraging them to be creative and think of stuff on their own, because that was really that's really creative what he did, don't you think? How would you know that they would get a kick out of that? I don't know. You got to be kind of outgoing too to stop all the crowd and say attention please, and that's awesome.
Yeah. So even if your kids don't get them all, they got to meet, because a lot of it was meeting people from different cultures and different areas. Like back by Asia, they met a cast member who's from Nepal, and they were talking about why the Yeti is so important to them, and it's just fun little educational things. We did go out on the Rafiki's Planet Watch. We went out to the conservation station.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of the badges are out there too. So
sure.
It was just nice to kind of make, they didn't want to go on a lot of the big rides or anything there. And we had our enjoyment of the safari, but it kind of made a little bit of fun things to go and find while we were at Animal Kingdom. And
I wonder,
they really liked it.
Is there any other place? We're obviously partial at Disney World, but you really get a lot of opportunity to get interactive with either obviously characters, but cast members, all these things that you can do. I was just watching a video that Brianna Lopez posted, one of my favorite Streetmosphere guys. And, there they are, just like the same guy who I saw, is interacting with them. But this stuff that they're doing with the kids too. Of course, I don't have young kids, and I act like I act like a young kid when I'm in there. But it's something Disney does better than anybody, I think.
I would agree, and I think we also did. I had gotten some Epcot passports from Etsy, like different ones that they can get autographs from the cast members at each country.
Yeah.
So that was really cool too, that they did the same thing, and some of them, and the cast members were like, you want me to sign your book? I'm like, yeah, will you sign our book? And they thought that was really special too. And
well, that's a great educational to meet. Of course, the cast members in World Showcase are all from different countries, so they could, hear the different languages, hear their perspective, why they're there. And it's always fun. As an adult, I love talking and see what their experience has been. But,
yeah. And the passport that I found, like I said, I found it online. Somebody had recommended it. Had a whole page of how to learn the hello, goodbye, thank you.
Oh, cool.
That kind of stuff in each language. It also had, a mini scavenger hunt, find these 5 things.
Yeah.
And then ideas for photo opportunities, Mexico, get your photo in front of the pyramid, or, that kind of stuff. So my kids were a little young for that part. So we did the stamps and the stickers and the signatures. But I think, even kids who are a little older who could, interact even more. So I think it would still be a good learning tool, or it's something to do that's fun. And honestly, we saw adults going around with passports doing the same thing. And I saw adults doing the Wilderness Explorers badges too. So I would agree with you. And, and the cast members treat you all the same. They don't look at you funny because you're an adult wanting to go and do different things too. So.
Absolutely. Well, I see you wrote down another pixie dust moment around fast passes.
Yeah. So we had another little issue at the hotel, with we actually had some bugs in our room, and
it is Florida, and
it is Florida. It just crawled out under my son's head while he was sleeping, and it freaked me out. And it didn't really. It wasn't anything I complained about. I just asked if they could change the sheets that day.
Oh yeah.
And my little mouse, because I usually leave a little card and envelope for mousekeeping, and leave them a little thank you card every day.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just had asked if they could change the sheets. And so a manager had contacted me and just wanted to talk about my experience at the front desk that I had when I checked in, because I guess they saw that there was some, a couple issues on her room, right, that had been noted by different cast members. So they called to follow up, and it was our last night, and I was really tired. She's just like, what can I do to make your life easier? She's like, how about I give you some extra fast passes for tomorrow? And she's like, they'll work on anything except Flight of Passage and meeting Mickey at Magic Kingdom. I'm like, that would be really sweet. I'm like, thank you so much,
Yeah.
The very last, my parents and my sister had to leave for Magical Express earlier than we did. And my husband had left a couple days early, as I said. So it was just me and the 2 boys. And I'll be honest, after 10 days, it's a little hot. We were all a little tired.
Yeah.
But they did not get a picture on Test Track because they didn't scan the band. We didn't scan the band right. So we got the car in front of us, I guess.
Okay.
They really wanted to go on Test Track again. So I'm like, you know what? We'll leave Magic Kingdom. It was kind of I felt kind of like Glenn, like I was missing that Magical Express for one last ride in Mexico.
Yeah.
But we hopped on the monorail. We took the monorail over to Epcot. We ran basically all the way to Test Track. We're like, we basically just have time to do this. And of course, Test Track has 120-minute wait, whatever. But we go up there and we do the fast pass, and Mickey turns blue. And I'm like, what? I'm like, but we haven't any time, it was one of those multiple experience ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And we went in, and apparently they had set it just for Magic Kingdom.
And you didn't know it.
I didn't realize that, because she did say it was good on anything except Flight of Passage and Mickey.
Yeah, right.
So it never dawned on me that it would never work there. I didn't check. I didn't read the fine print. My fault as a bad mom. But my little guy, he just literally we got about 10 steps away and was he just bawling, just so sad. I honestly, they canceled Christmas. Heart was broken, and not in a temper tantrum kind of way, just generally sad. And so I was trying to console him, and she's like, maybe you can go over to guest relations. So we went over to guest relations, and I said, listen, I have these other fast passes that she was kind enough to give us. We're not going to use them. I will trade everything on my account for if we could do one ride on Test Track, if it's possible. If it's not, I understand completely, and she's like, why don't you get in line? We'll help you. So we got up to the front of the line, and the lady that helped us outside had said, this lady over here will help you. She helped us, and she goes, please tell me you don't want to ride Frozen. I said, no, not Frozen, Test Track. She's like, perfect, here you go. And she got us fast passes. So that was our last ride.
Were they paper? Were they paper ones, or they were?
No, she put them on her band.
Okay, yeah.
She basically, activated it for us, and they didn't have to do that. And I knew full well if even just asking, they might say no. But they were so thoughtful, and the kids were just so excited, and they were blowing her kisses.
I don't know if you saw this. Someone posted this. Actually, I think I put it in the Geek and Gazette this past. Oh, no, I'm going to do it tonight. Today's Monday. I'm supposed to. But anyways, there's, you mentioned that you didn't get your photo pass, but if you go to the guest relations, you might have been able to get those pictures.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. They probably were definitely there, and you probably they could have found them for you.
Okay. Well, good to know.
So it's probably no good for Stephanie right now, but it's for anyone else listening.
Well, it was funny because then it was perfect. We ended up getting put in the back row, and then there was some, this 6-foot guy got put in the front corner from the single rider line, and you can't even see my kid in the picture anyway. But you know what? They had a great time. And it all worked out. So,
awesome.
But yeah, that was really special for them.
Excellent.
They loved that being their last ride.
Well, any other special family moments?
I think, Jedi training was nice that both boys got to do it.
Yeah.
That was, just seeing them both out there and not, my little guy not being scared like he was last time,
Perfect ages for that.
Yeah. And I think that was great. The time we had during early morning magic, just being able to, every time we'd get a ride would be done, my youngest would be, let's do it again, right? And sometimes those rides, like Test Track or Frozen or, Big Thunder, you can't, you're like, it's a 2-hour wait, honey. We can't just go do it again, it just, that's kind of the good and bad of Disney. Right?
I forgot those times, Stephanie.
So the fact that, they could get off Seven Dwarfs or they could get off Peter Pan, let's do it again. Okay, let's go do it again. And, just seeing their faces, so excited for that.
Good point. Good point.
Made that worth it as well. So,
yep, got that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I want to continue on here with you just answered everything in full. But was there we talked about one thing that was overrated, which is the grapefruit beer. So I'm not going to kick you out of the podcast for saying that, even though a lot of our geeking fans are screaming at their car radio or
they are
their headphones.
I know. Somebody's waving the shame bell at me.
I'm with you there. We should do a poll on that one. The grapefruit beer. I wonder where it would lie. Anything else that you thought might be considered overrated?
Yeah. So I'm not in full agreement on this, but I will go on record saying we also did 2 dessert parties while we were there.
Yeah,
we did the Happily Ever After Plaza viewing.
Yep.
One, and then we also did the Star Wars dessert party.
Yeah,
and I knew going in, because I'm the planner of the group, right? I knew going in the pros and cons and reviews and what people have said.
Yeah, you did it anyway. You didn't listen to us.
We did it. We did it anyway. Well, so my husband, however, basically the only thing that came out from him from this trip was we will never do a dessert party ever again.
Oh, really?
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Well, what's his disappointment with the dessert party?
Well, so we did the Plaza viewing, and I think you guys remember they announced that there was the new after fireworks dessert party. So in the Plaza area, some people eat the dessert before and some eat after, but we all share the same Plaza garden area.
Oh, okay.
So they've kind of increased how many people are in there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We were the first in line to check in because everybody said, it says 7:45, but get there at 7 and you can eat early and whatever, right? And have more time.
Stick out your spot. Yeah. Yep.
Well, and it was raining, so we figured why not wait in that covered area under the terrace restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And so that walkway.
Yeah.
So as a line is forming, there's probably about 30, 40 people in line. A cast member is walking down telling everyone, we added this after dessert party. There's going to be people going there right away, not you. So if I were you, eat as fast as you can and hurry and get over there. So immediately, everybody in line is stressing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's setting everybody on edge of I got to grab everything super fast and go. And it wasn't
Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessarily supposed to be a relaxing event, but it was like, you could tell everybody in line was like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And I thought, kind of ruined the tone of it, I guess.
Do you think then, we talked about this, do you think the garden view would be better than the terrace then?
I personally didn't like the view from the terrace.
Right.
But the garden, so I think I even posted on the Facebook group that night, the rain got really bad and then there were funnel clouds in the area.
Yeah.
So on top of that, a bunch of people left. So my husband's looking around like, why did we pay to be in here?
Yeah.
When we could have been out there for free. So the weather did not help my case. But the desserts were fine. I mean, they're not gourmet, but they're good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good variety there. The ice cream and the cupcake decorating was good. The kids liked that. You know, the sparkling cider is fine. But they had coffee and tea and things like that. It's a good spread.
It's for the viewing, so that's why I like the garden better.
Yeah. And the only thing I would say with that was it seemed the last time we went, I don't know if we had a fast pass or something, but we were in the other garden, the one that was in front of like Casey's.
Yeah.
And we were there on the back railing and we were able to sit down and no one stood up during the fireworks. This was when it was still Wishes. So obviously a while ago.
Yep.
I remember that just being great and we had plenty of room to spread out and I was envisioning this being similar. Well, the ground was wet. So no one was sitting down. And then everyone was kind of packing in. So we didn't really, we had a slightly obstructed view because a couple of the light poles and stuff. So it wasn't even like a super awesome view of the castle. The fireworks were fine, but the projections were a little blocked.
Oh, yeah.
So he just didn't think it was really worth it.
Yeah.
Like I said, for me,
I get it.
Having a stroller with two kids, and that was our arrival day, so we had been up since 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And that, was 9 o'clock at night, and it was a long day. So for me to not have to stress about the crowds and pushing out and everything else and not being totally packed in like sardines, it was still worth it for me.
Yeah. Yep. I gotcha.
But yeah, my husband was not a fan. Then the Star Wars, he was not a fan of the fact, I'm like, well, hey, this one has alcohol. But then he's like, then there's no chairs to sit down. And I'm like, well, it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
So he wasn't a fan of that. But the Star Wars ones, the kids loved the Star Wars.
That's a great show. Yeah.
Being able to go meet the characters while we were there and being able to sit down. That one, we were able to sit down for the show and the fireworks totally unobstructed, and everyone could just sit down on the ground. And you're sitting on sidewalk. It's not grass.
Right.
It was fine. I thought it was fine. But again, he just thought it was way overrated. So.
All right. How about, we did that. Was there something underrated?
So I think for underrated, like I said, for us, the biggest surprises was the Tiki Terrace, and how relaxing that was, and how awesome, how much improved I thought Hollywood and Vine was. I think those honestly were the standouts. All the other things we liked, I think, are kind of, not the hidden secrets that they used to be, right? Like the Garden Grill breakfast, for example, right?
Yeah, right. You knew that was good.
Yeah. So, but I think, especially with the change in characters, and there's so much going on at Hollywood Studios now, that those kinds of things are good, that the quality's still there, and that it's their nice little hidden pockets. And the Tiki Terrace, really, if you can book off some time to just sit and check out and relax, listen to some good music. Yeah. It'll recharge your batteries in the best way.
I love that one. It's all because the Polynesian is so awesome.
And we had only been in there for Ohana breakfast, and I always said I just want to stay there.
Yes, I hope you get a chance too. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list. And I think Tiki Terrace too, for people who aren't all into the show that Trader Sam's is.
Yep.
You can sit at Tiki Terrace outside and have a perfectly enjoyable night, and no one will sing at you or do things. So for people who aren't into that, that's another kind of a good backup, right? So.
Outstanding. All right. How about for you guys as a family, what was some of your favorite character meetups?
I think our favorite one, I'm a big fan of Tinkerbell. They had a really cute interaction with Tinkerbell.
Oh, yeah.
In Magic Kingdom. One of the things we got really lucky with, when you're in the World Showcase at Epcot and the back side by America, going over towards, I think Italy is next, there's a walkway that goes back to the cast, behind the scenes area.
Okay.
And it's kind of lined with trees. So I had stopped with my oldest son to get some kakigori in Japan, the shaved ice. We were walking, and all of a sudden I looked down, and there's like 10 characters just walking out with, their handler, right, person with them.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those surprise character palooza kind of surprises. And when we walked out, they were kind of, some of them, Eeyore and Chip and Dale were like walking up to a couple of the kids, and I happened to see Stitch come out, and Stitch is a favorite in our family. We're kind of all into and Hawaiian things. I was like, oh, Stitch! And Stitch heard, and Stitch came over and grabbed my son and brought him over to where they were doing pictures, because they kind of walk them back down that little aisleway. And it was almost like a 5-minute interaction with Stitch. He was teaching him how to do air guitar. And, Brian was showing him his shakas. So they did some shakas. And I mean, there was no photo pass photographer. I took the photos and I took some video. But it was one of those things, and then as people walked by, they could just kind of randomly walk up to characters. So there was no big long waits. It was just a drop-in. So I know they do that at Hollywood Studios sometimes too, and periodically. But it's not like Disneyland. The characters don't just walk around. So when you see the characters kind of out, I think it's really cool that to be able to take that time. And so after we saw Stitch, I ran over and told my sister, and she took my other guy over there, and they went and saw some characters too. And and
that's great.
It was just a cute little, unplanned surprise.
I love that. Yes. And Stitch is my son Ben's favorite, but he's 22 years old, but he would have loved that too. He likes playing guitar too. All right. I'm going to kind of push through a couple of these down the road here. Did you learn anything new on this trip, Stephanie?
I did. Well, so one of the things, just I guess as a heads up for folks who don't use Lyft at home.
Yeah.
When I got down there, I downloaded the Lyft app. Click here to share for free rides. And I was like, okay. I'm like, because I was basically searching for a discount on your first ride or whatever online. And it said, the link I found said, don't click and activate it until you actually get to the city where you're going to use it.
Oh, okay.
So basically what it did is it gave me $5 off my first 4 Lyft rides. In Orlando, because I downloaded it in Orlando. Oh, good. Good tip. And it might have just been the code that I found, but if you're Googling it, like Lyft discount codes. But that was the tip. So, I was going to have us all download it before we went, and I was glad I saw that. And then, so we all held off and then did that down there.
Oh, nice.
And then I sent the referral link to my husband, and my husband just had to click on the link, and I still got the $5, even though we never booked a Lyft on his account.
Oh, nice.
So
good tip.
And it does work on the minivans. So instead of the $25, they're only $20, which, every little bit helps.
Excellent. I love those little tips. That's a perfect one.
Yep.
Yeah, another one.
The other one, as being, as I said during the intro, right, or you said, kind of the queen of the pre-park opening breakfast.
Yeah.
That was awesome for us on our last trip. But this trip, because of the way they've changed the security procedures at most of the parks.
Yep.
Like at Hollywood Studios, Hollywood and Vine is still great for Jedi training. But if you want to be at the front of the pack to say get back to Toy Story, you're at a disadvantage because the breakfast, where the restaurant is, the people they let in early now are ahead of you.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Same thing of like Crystal Palace, right? Crystal Palace as a pre-park opening isn't necessarily as good as it was because all the people are in the hub. And so I know people had mentioned it, but I guess I didn't really think it would impact that much until I got down there, and I was kind of like, oh, that was kind of a bummer. We still did the breakfast anyway, because that's what we do.
Not as big as an advantage, as it used to be.
Yeah, I liked it better when it was a little quieter in the parks, and you could get those castle or the Epcot Spaceship Earth pictures.
I think, Yeah, I think Mama's talked about that too. Well, I think, do you kind of miss the opening show? Remember?
I do.
Yeah, that was always
a train station.
I know, that was always such a great thing of Magic Kingdom. Yeah. And
I missed the actual rope at Rope Drop. Like I remember going in at Epcot, and they actually had the rope across, where those like pillars are through security and everything, and you were actually held by a rope. So I kind of missed that part of it. But there's other things that everything changes and gets better here and there, right? So one of the other things, and I didn't have this in there, but I realized this after I sent you my notes, as I mentioned, I did upgrade to an annual pass while I was down there.
Yeah.
And everybody said, it doesn't matter what day, just while you're down there, when you're at guest relations, Just stop by and upgrade your annual pass, and it'll be retroactive to expire 1 year from the first day you used that ticket, right? So in our case, it would have been June 7th because that was the first day we were there. And I'm like, okay, that's no big deal. But I knew I got discounts on food and merchandise, so I wanted to do it as soon as possible. Because we got hung up at the front desk at the hotel, we didn't quite make it to do that, or we would have missed our fast passes. So we opted to upgrade on our way in to Hollywood Studios our second morning.
Okay.
One of the things that I didn't expect, though, was your memory maker does not go retroactive.
Yeah.
So, which they told us that was no issue, or you'd get all your photos, and even a couple photo pass photographers told us that, and that didn't happen. It was basically like my whole first day of photos was grayed out, and they were telling me I had to buy them all.
Oh, wow.
Because it didn't go back to the first day of your ticket. So if somebody's planning on upgrading to an annual pass and you did not purchase Memory Maker, make sure you upgrade before you take any PhotoPass photos.
Good.
So that way, now I called, and because it was only like a handful, 1 day's worth of photos,
yeah,
they gave me an access to them for just 2 weeks.
Okay.
So she said
nice.
You'll have them for 2 weeks. The rest of your trip will stay up for the 365 days, but those 1 day of photos will only stay up for 2 weeks. So you need to go download them. But I mean,
there's a little inconvenience, but yeah, you learned something.
So if I can share that with someone else,
absolutely. Good job. There's a lot of good stuff in this episode with those little quirky things. Did anything happen differently than you planned? You're a big planner, right?
Huge planner.
So do you get disappointed when things don't go the way you plan?
Sometimes more when I get back home, kind of look back at the plan and go, why did that happen? Or what was I thinking? Or,
you second guess yourself?
Yeah, well, it's always like, why didn't I find time to squeeze whatever?
Oh, you're trying to get more things in. We've been actually canceling things. My wife's actually pretty. People have talked about some restaurants, and Lindsay gets upset with us. Like, we'll cancel a restaurant that we've never gone before, and we still cancel it. So Lindsay gets a little upset. I'm okay with just if we're not in the mood for it, let's, like I said, do pool time or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had a couple of days where we kind of just said, you know what, let's just go back. It's hot. Let's just go back and take a quick trip before dinner. And
I get it.
Everything. Yeah, we didn't meet all the characters we planned, but it's not the end of the world. We'll go back. Things will be different next time we go back. We'll try other new things. It's better to do that than have meltdowns. So,
what's a rolling fast pass?
Well, the fourth and fifth fast pass.
Oh, I gotcha.
So last time we went, you'd use your third, and as soon as you scan, you pull up the app and you hit it and get that, next fast pass. And it was always something that we wanted to. It was like, oh, okay, well, yeah. And it was like, oh, Haunted Mansion, book that. Let's go ride that. Oh, wait, now this, and
right.
This time, honestly, I don't think we used more than, I was using 8 fast passes in a day last trip. And this trip, I don't think we used more than 4. Okay. Because you'd pull it up and it would be like PhilharMagic. And that was it. It was like, wow, everything is booked. So, or it would be things like we already didn't necessarily have a desire to walk all the way back to the park to do again or whatever. So I was kind of surprised by that. I mean, I think it just goes to show it's just getting busier and busier, and people are starting to plan more. I think before, being a planner, I could take advantage of the fact that probably, I was in the top 2% of people who plan, right? There's the people who are Disney geeks who plan.
Yeah.
And then there's the people who walk up the day of and go, where do I want to go today? I mean, I couldn't tell you how many people I saw this trip getting turned away at table service for lunch and places. Yeah. What do you mean I need a reservation? Why can't I just get food? I don't understand. Why is everything booked?
Crazy.
And, they had no idea that you could even book reservations.
I know it. Can you believe it?
So, I mean, but I think more and more people are, at least on the fast pass side, people are catching on and things are booking up. So it wasn't, I put a lot of things in my notes like, oh, well, get a 4th fast pass for this, or try and get a 5th fast pass for that. And it just didn't happen. So we still didn't have any really long waits, mostly just because we don't wait. I'm like, if it's more than 20 minutes, I'm like, we'll do something else. Maybe with that new app that you can play while you're in line, maybe that'll make the line waits better. But
Yes. Well, I do Facebook while I'm waiting in line.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Well, tell me, you're such a great planner. You took in a lot of advice. What's some of your best advice for newcomers? What's your best strategies and tips if you're telling a friend or family?
I think the one that everyone mentions, but I'll just reiterate it because you never know who's listening for the first time, is make your plan, but be flexible. Read your family. No, like, if your kids, like, I know my kids get up early, every day. So that's my kids. If your kids don't wake up until 10 o'clock, don't book 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. breakfast every day. It'll be a disaster, right? If they always take naps, keep them in naps or have a stroller if they're the kind of kid who can, like, nap anywhere, right? But know your family. Your family isn't going to magically change just because you're on vacation.
Good advice.
Go into it with the best intentions. I do try and review the plans because my family just relies on me to be the cruise director, so to speak. Before we go on the trip, I do review all the plans with them and kind of give them like an out of, like, say, hey, I got your feedback, a couple months ago when I put all this together. I've been working on it. Here's what we ended up with. This is your last chance for veto because I don't want to see.
Well, you're communicating. You're communicating. It sounds like you're kind of the dictator, but you're still communicating.
Yeah. Well, it's just more of the cancellation fees, right? It's like,
yeah.
Ohana breakfast.
Definitely.
If no one wants to go to Ohana breakfast, if there's 7 of us on the reservation, I don't want to pay $70 if no one wants to go.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's
the meal plan. The meal plan worked out good for you guys?
Always does for us.
That's good.
We love the character meals. That's a big one. And then, we like to have our table service. So
yeah, it looks like you
even
really did it all.
With the table service and the quick service alone, we made back our money every day. The addition of the alcohol this year was a nice perk because we were already getting our money's worth. But not that we took advantage every single time, but it was a nice to have when we did. The snacks going from 1 to 2, that was a really big change. I mean, for the 4 of us, for the days we were there, we had 72 snacks. That's pretty daunting task. That's a lot of Dole Whip. So we tried to plan snacks. Like, I wish I had kind of been better throughout the trip of, like, making sure we all got our snacks for the day. Because towards the end, there was a lot of
extra
snacks. But, we tried to use as many as we could, just getting ice cream here and there or whatever, right? But do what's right for your family. But for us, I mean, I don't feel like having snacks left over means the dining plan is a waste for us because of how, like, being able to go to places like Brown Derby and the Boathouse and character buffets, which are, $40, $50 a person. So do what's right for your family. But for us and our family, it's always made sense. But if you do have the dining plan, don't forget your snacks. Take advantage of the snacks.
Did you take home a lot of snacks?
We did. We took about, like, I think I took like 12, like, different, like the Mickey Rice Krispie treats and some of the Mickey gummies and things like that for the kids. But
right.
Yeah, it was okay though.
Wow, it sounds like you guys did a ton of stuff. You did do a great planning. Do you feel like you were balanced?
I wish we had time to have a little bit more, like, resort time.
Okay.
But I'm okay that our Pop Century trip was not that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to, it's the day where we could maybe do like a beach club and enjoy Stormalong Bay or like some of the resorts. Save up for that deluxe trip and take advantage of a resort.
You make a great point. I think most people should take that progression when the kids are little, do the value resorts, as they get older, and you've already done the commando, or as we say, full stink, with all of the parks. You start to, as the more you go, it's just a natural progression, I think, to do it that way, and then spend more time in the resorts, and they're easier to get to too from the parks. So I like that. Well, you have just had a ton of information here. So I'm glad you contacted me to do your trip report. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I actually, you know what? There was one other thing.
Yeah, tell me.
The trip. For us, I don't know if this applies to everybody, but for us, near the airport where we flew out of Detroit, we had a very early flight, and they have hotels near there that are the Park and Fly package. Yeah. We ended up doing that, and so we were able to stay at the hotel. We parked our car in the morning in the airport parking lot and took the shuttle over.
Right.
And then we got 8 free days of parking. So when we came back, we ended up only paying like $11 or something, or $14 out of pocket for parking.
That's
now,
good.
granted, we did pay for that hotel room.
Right.
But
the ease.
I think the net of what we would have paid ended up only being like, I think we ended up paying like $40 for a Marriott right next to the airport.
Yeah.
And we had the shuttle because we live over an hour away from the airport.
Yeah.
So if you are flying out of an airport where you have a little bit of a drive and you're doing an early morning flight, especially with kids, I highly recommend looking into a park and fly type situation. If you're staying for something like for us, we were staying, to get that full 8-day free parking benefit out of it.
Right. Perfect. Excellent tip. Yes, I think most airports obviously have hotels near them. So that is, we do at Bradley Airport. We have that too. I only did that one time, and that was when I did our honeymoon. Our honeymoon was at the Bradley Airport. What is that? I forget the name of the maybe it is a Marriott. But yeah, we just went down the elevator and we had an early morning flight to Jamaica and we were gone. Yeah, that is so convenient. I love it.
Like nothing like doing the stress running around at 4 a.m. trying to get your kids out of the house and what did you forget? And honestly, like it was just more.
Yeah, you already have everything.
Less stressful.
That's true. If you forgot something, maybe someone could bring it over to you.
Yeah.
Nice. So. Stephanie, thank you so much. This was great. I'm so glad we got a chance to do your whole comprehensive trip. We did some quick Facebook Lives, but that doesn't do it justice. So this has been outstanding job. Welcome to the Super Geek Club.
Thanks. I'm excited. I'm really glad I found your podcast in the group. It's really, really one of the best groups out there. So, I mean, if folks aren't on the Facebook group, you should check it out. It's well worth it.
And it sounds like you did your research, so you're one to know. Thanks. We get that feedback a lot, and I really appreciate it. And it's what I focus on. I love the people of the group, and they're as helpful, even more so sometimes as I am. So I'm so glad that look all the tips you just gave me that I didn't know tonight. So awesome job. Thanks for being a great member of the group.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm really glad to have met a lot of the folks online.
And hopefully when you go down there on some solo trips, you'll meet a friend to, go full stink with.
Yeah. And I'm hoping to do one of your meetups too, maybe in October next year or.
Oh, okay. Great.
I'm hoping trying to angle that in there.
Well, if I'm there, we're going to be there 2 weeks in January. So if you got something, definitely you'll get you on my list. I'll hunt you down when I'm there.
I'm thinking about maybe doing a half marathon.
Oh, yeah. When's the half marathon?
I think it's January 11th.
Oh, okay. Well,
you're going after that, though, right? You go late January.
I think we're going to be getting there. Like my birthday is on the 18th, so from that to the rest of them,
Got it.
Awesome.
But still, yeah. So I mean, I hope to make a trip down, and we'll see.
I love it.
I want to do a Run Disney event someday. That's on my list. So.
Perfect. All right.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Great job, Stephanie. Welcome to the Super Geek Club. And Super Geeks, if you didn't know, are the people who have been guests on our show. We actually have a separate Facebook group just for them. And I welcomed her into that group recently, of course. Now, let's talk about some shout-outs. Rachel Wright, thank you so much for the intro. Love it when you guys do the intros. And that's something you want to do for us. I gotta have one more extra. I'd love for you to email those into me. All you got to do is state your name, where you're from, some of those Disney World fun facts about yourself, and that you go geeking with Curtis and the whole geeking family. That's just follow that blueprint that Rachel just did, and you will do just fine. You can create a video. You can create some kind of audio. Just email it to me. I will re-record it and put it on the show. Now, this next shout out is extremely special. It's for our good friend, Super Geek Lauren from California, because just learned on Facebook that she lost 100 pounds, which is a huge goal she's been chasing for a long time. You really got to make a lifestyle change to lose that kind of weight. That is something so awesome. So proud of you, Lauren. Thanks for sharing that with us. Congratulations. I can't wait for one day to meet. I almost met her in January. I can't believe we didn't know that we were there at the same time. We weren't able to meet in Walt Disney World last January. So one of these days, Lauren, you're going to show me around Disneyland. I can't wait to give you a big hug and congratulate you. You look so great. And you got me inspired. I am working out this week. I'm lost 4 pounds and I'm hoping to lose a couple more this week. And I'd like to lose 30 pounds, but 100 is an amazing accomplishment, Lauren. That is awesome. You're awesome. Thanks for being a great super geek. Well, we love helping people go and enjoy Disney World. Not only with our podcast, we're Disney World travel experts. We're Fairy Tale Concierge travel agents along with EJ Cruz and Jennifer Glambos. And Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Disney vacation planner agency. Do you want to go to Disney World, Disneyland, or on a Disney cruise? Of course you do. We're Disney World travel experts. Let's develop your plan. Why should you use a travel agent to go to Disney World? Well, it's complicated. That's why. We've been podcasting about Disney World for over 4 years and going to Disney World for over 19 years. We've stayed at practically all the resorts and ate at most of the restaurants. We'll help you maximize your fun and enjoyment of the resorts and parks. We're going to help you book the best resort and vacation package to fit your individual needs, including discounts and park tickets. We'll teach you how to leverage the Fast Pass system, the My Disney Experience app, and help you book and the best dining reservations so you get the most out of your days in the parks without waiting in those long lines. Have you seen those people? They're really miserable waiting in those long lines, aren't they? They didn't book their vacation with us, I can tell you that. We'll teach you the best ways to tour the parks, leveraging our experiences and your individual choices. It's important. Guys, book a year out. Christmas is coming up. You got the art festival in January. That way you got a better chance to get those ADRs that you want. The room that the resort that you're looking for, all of those things. It's important to plan and book out into the future. Something that I really think it's important too is beyond our expertise is collaborating with us. You'll have a lot of fun talking with Mama and Judy, and together you will book a magical trip for your family. Is that something you want? Email Mama and Judy at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. That's travelingtiaras@gmail.com without the G. Travelingtiaras@gmail.com. Or you go to our website. It's easy to remember. geekinonwdw.com/advice. And we'll get in touch with you and set up a free phone call. By far, the best part about podcasting in our show are the friends we meet. It's the geeks, the Geekin family, the trip ideas we share. Let me give you 3 ways you can join into this amazing Geekin family. Join our email list. It's called the Geekin Gazette. Each week we'll send an email that has our favorite news story from Walt Disney World, a planning or money-saving tip, and something interesting that our community is talking about. And we've got a discount announcement from Fairy Tale Concierge and Disney World. We'll let you know about that. When you sign up for our email list, you'll get a planning spreadsheet that we use to plan and track our days, ADRs, fast passes, park hours, and which park we're in. I see Mom and Judy filling that out for us. So we've been working the ADRs ourselves for our trip in January. Well, we keep that spreadsheet all packed and we got it all there. We can turn it into a PDF and text it to each other. It's so handy to have it all on our phones so we know in case we lose them, when they take off with the scooters and we can't find them, we know where they're going to be. Well, we also get a travel packing list, checklist when you sign up for the Geekin Gazette. And I got so many things I know I need to remember, and I love checklists. Disney World's got some very specific things you want to bring with you. You don't want that horrible feeling on the way to the airport that you forgot something. I guess if you park and fly, it might be a little bit easier, but go out to our website, geekinonwdw.com, sign up for it. It's very apparent there on the right-hand side or up at the top of the website. Give us your email, and you'll start getting the Geekin Gazette. We have a private Facebook group, if you haven't heard. It's amazing. It's a closed and private group. The geeks give us great feedback on the quality of the positive discussion that we've maintained in our group. And lots of friends are meeting through the podcast and sharing on our Facebook group. You want to qualify for that? You need to have a passion for Walt Disney World and your vacations. You listen to the show and you got a fun and positive attitude. Search for the group on Facebook, request an invite, and you'll get 3 questions. I love getting the feedback. I love those questions that I hear about you, and you tell us a little bit of what you like about the podcast, and it's great feedback for me. And hey, once you're inside, introduce yourself. Give us those 3 fun facts about yourself so we can all say hi and start sharing our love for Walt Disney World. Facebook Live is something I've been doing for several weeks. I had a short 45 minutes I think I was on this past week just before I started recording with EJ and Holly. We had a fun trip report that we recorded, but some Facebook Live, and I'm really enjoying this chance to talk live with you guys, especially when I get to talk to someone that I've never talked to before. You can tell me about an upcoming trip. We can ask me questions about your trip or ask me any kind of questions. It's fun. Or talk about a little recent trip that you've taken. So look for those messages and notifications when I'm on Facebook Live. Email me at kurt.stone@geekinonww.com. I'm on the Twitter. We also have a voice recording. It's called Geek Speak, 860-294-4774. You can leave me a message via the voicemail recorder. Thanks for supporting our show, retweeting our Twitter posts, sharing our Facebook episodes. Hey, tell all your geekin' friends all about the show. That's a great way to support us. How about forwarding the Geekin' Gazette newsletter? Email to some of your friends and tell them to come check us out. Oh, and before I forget, another shout out to Janet Braverman. Thank you for the barbecue sauce and dry rub and a little koozie that you picked up when you were down in Austin, Texas. It's really cool when people know about me. They know I love barbecue, for example, and send me things in the mail. I did do pork ribs today, and they were fantastic. So thank you, Janet. I love the rub. That is going to last me a long, too. It's like concentrated. That is so great. I love getting stuff in the mail. And I also, same day, Chad Pennycuff sent me some pins from the new Toy Story Land. He was there opening day, and he sent me one. It's got Woody and Buzz, and it says, I played there opening day. It's a great collector limited edition pin. Thank you so much for thinking about me, Chad, also. And it's so cool to get stuff in the mail. Hey, if you're looking for stuff, I love those magnets, all right? So if you want to get me a magnet, I'll put it on my refrigerator. I like the ones with the bottle openers, but even the other ones too. I do love coffee mugs, t-shirts. So yeah, I love it when you guys do that. It's been fun sharing Disney World with you again this week. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.
With I think it was Natalie Flowers.
Oh yeah,
when she stayed at, I think, the Polynesian.
Yeah.
That's how I found your podcast, because my husband's like, 10 days, like, that's crazy. I'm like, no, it's not. I bet you people have done it. And I was searching. And that's how I found you.
You're trying to tell him. You were trying to convince him, and that was the way you used our podcast to convince him.
Yeah.
The 10-day trip.
And then I've spent the last 7 months listening to current, but then trying to listen to going back and looking for fun topics to catch up on.
Awesome. All right, let's see. Is this the order? Well, hang on, and that's it for. I think we got a good trip report there. Yeah, my sister is. I've been trying to put together a Run Disney podcast episode. My sister actually is interested in doing one, so she's going to come on. My sister's going to come on and get. I'm going to bring a few experts on to talk about that. And
that's awesome.
So
I'm really
trying to put that together. I had trouble last week putting it together with the holiday and stuff. Some people couldn't make it, and then I had one who's really excited to come on and do it. And I think she was on her way to Disney World like now. So I said, "Don't worry, we'll do it at the end of the month. There's no rush."
Yeah.
But
well, that's cool.
Stephanie, good job.
Oh, thanks. Thanks again for having me.
Very well prepared. Well, we had the technical, except for the technical issue, but that's not.
Yeah.
That happens. Nope worries. We got it.